Buddy, good morning. You've chosen a fantastic school to be in. My name is Taylor. I'm not part of the administration. I'm just a dad and in the PTA. You're going to hear from the administration. They're going to do a presentation. If you've got questions, put them in the chat. There'll be Q&A at the end. And now I'd like to turn things over to Assistant Principal Shonda Alexandre.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. It's Friday, right? Um, we like to see faces
Yes, I was
if
going to say
it's
that.
possible. Please kindly put your cameras on. We understand you might be at work, you might have the little ones, you might be cooking, getting breakfast in. It's the last Friday before. Oh, look at all of those faces. Yay! Good morning. Hi, everyone. If you were here with us yesterday, it was amazing to meet you all in person. We had such a great day meeting some of our new families. It's okay if you couldn't make it yesterday because we'll keep the energy going. So my name is Shonda Alexandre, and I am one of your admin, and you're going to get to meet the rest of us in this presentation. Awesome. So we are going to get ready to begin. Let's wave Miss Fosterman, Miss Heather Fosterman.
Good morning, everyone. How are you? I'm doing double duty, so I'm going to be off. I'm going to be mute because I'm watching the door.
Yes.
Security is
Awesome.
everything. So
Yep.
we pitch in where we fit in, right?
Look at that. You were a tour guide yesterday, and now you're a security
I
officer.
got to get the door.
Also on the call this morning, we have Miss McGee.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to our new families orientation. I am Miss McGee, your upper grade assistant principal. Welcome to our orientation and can't wait to meet the rest of you in person if I didn't get to meet you yesterday.
Awesome. And you know our official hype man, Mr. Dickerson, our parent coordinator. Mr. D, you unmuted yourself. You were muted. You
I'm
were,
on.
yeah, there you go.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. It was good to see everybody yesterday. It's good to see you guys today. Welcome. I'm looking forward to meeting you, more of you guys, and everybody. The first day of school.
Also on the call, we have our counseling team, Miss McLeod and Miss Young. We have Miss Jones, the face of our school. We have Miss Wright, and we also have Miss Tabian Cardoza. And we're going to get to have everyone's email in this call. And of course, unofficially on our admin team is Taylor Malley.
Not part of
Awesome.
the admin team at all. I do communications, which is why I want everybody to wave to their camera right now, and I'm going to get a screenshot. Um, and so turn your camera off if you have yoga hair and you don't want anybody to see. But yes, raise your that, and that is going to go in the newsletter. Thank you.
Yes.
All right, all ready to begin. All right, as we
Well,
get
I'm on.
started, just put one word. We are very big on social emotional learning from adult to our youngest of children. So I just want you to pop right in the chat one word of how you're feeling today, one emotion. For me, I'm feeling excited about the new school year. So my word is excited. And as we get started, just pop your word in there. For your feelings check-in. Thank you so much and welcome to PS 133 and our new families orientation. Next. Today we will be discussing our expectations at PS 133, school hours and schedule, arrival and dismissal, and of course, at the core of who we are, we ensure that all of our students, adult learners, leaders, parents, is our social emotional learning. Next. Wow. When I think about our PS 133 community and who we are, I like to think about my daughter because, like you, sitting in an orientation meeting, like this one. Many, many years ago, I sat as my daughter Janelle was about to come to this amazing school as a pre-care. This week, she started a new chapter in her life. She is now her first year of college, and everything started for Janelle right here. Janelle is what I like to believe and trust is everything of who we uh, thrive to be for our students here. She's an advocate, she's responsible, she's a responsible leader, she has critical thinking. She was ready for Brooklyn College. And it all started here. And so we ensure that when our students leave PS 133, that they are ready to take on middle school, to take on high school and college and their lives. So trust us. Thank you for entrusting us with your children. And you will see from the very first moment how your child will feel at PS 133 because we value each person as a leader and their voices. So thank you and welcome to PS 133. Next. All right, how do we stay connected? Well, many ways. And the first and most important way to stay connected with PS 133 is through our Parent Square. If you haven't signed up for the app as yet, please do so as soon as possible. We want to get 100% parent sign up on our Parent Square. Another way is through our teacher, your grade level teachers will send out their monthly newsletter. And of course, Miss Fosterman, she has these incredible video production where you get to see how she brings the happenings of the month live and direct from the halls of PS 133. Of course, you can also stay in touch through our website, our Instagram, and Taylor and our Instagram team. They, as you can see, if you're not following us yet on social media, you're missing out. So we already had some incredible videos and pictures of yesterday, and do share and like and follow us on social media. And lastly, of course, another way for you to stay connected is through our in-person experiences. Like yesterday, First Fridays, we believe that parent involvement is essential to who we are at PS 133, and we welcome two-way, and we value two-way communication. All right, so yes, let's continue. Please save the date. This presentation, I won't get into specifically the curriculum, but save the date for curriculum night, where your child's teacher will share with you what your child will be learning throughout this upcoming school year, September 17th, 5 to 7:30. And this is an in-person opportunity where
Thank
you're
goodness.
going to get to come up to the classrooms, sit and see the environment in which your child will learn and grow for this year. All right, school hours and schedule. Awesome. We start our schedule, our day is from 8 a.m. to 2:20 officially. However, we do ask that you bring your children to school by 8:55 because instruction starts promptly at 8 a.m. Children who arrive later than that, they miss out on important instruction, and it's also an interruption to other children. So we do encourage that as much as possible, children arrive to school by 7:55 a.m. Also, if you are going to pick up your students, we want to ensure that you pick up your students on time. Attached here is our bell schedule, and this will also be shared with you on curriculum night as well. All right. Okay, very important morning entry procedures. So if you are 3K, pre-K parents, you are going to drop off your little ones directly to their classrooms, and you are going to do so in the main entrance on Baltic. So you walk into the building. We start letting you to the classrooms by 7:55. You walk, you sign your little one in, and then you exit through the same way how you come in the Baltic Street entrance. If you are kindergarten parents, when you drop off your little ones, you drop them off in the auditorium. You will notice that the kindergarten team will be right in front of the main entrance to welcome your child. And once again, this is the Baltic entrance. And this is how we enter and exit the building. If you are a parent of a grade 1 to grade 5 child, please drop off and pick up in the schoolyard. Even when we have rainy days or snow days, it's the same procedure. All right, next. Afternoon dismissal procedures goes as follows. Same thing in the morning. If you are 3K, pre-K, you go to the classroom. Kindergarten, you go to the auditorium for our DLP classes, and you go to the classroom if you are the 2 classes on the first floor. We ask that if you have children in the upper grades, you have lower grade 3K, pre-K, kindergarten children, and you also have a child who is either in 1st grade to 5th grade, that you do not walk through the building. We're asking that you go around the school building. My friends, safety, as Ms. Fosterman said earlier, is all of our concern, and we want to ensure that we are following protocols as much as possible. The entrance on Baltic is our main entrance. We do not allow parents to come in or go through the busing entrance, or also the entrance where it's in the schoolyard. All right, so please adhere to our dismissal procedures, and we thank you in advance. All right, also, we ask that you are mindful of our neighbors. We have our neighbors on the side. We ask that you don't block their driveway, and also it's very important that you do not block the designated staff areas. We want to make sure that staff can park so that they can get their day started as well.
Can I just add one more thing? Please
Yes,
do
Mr.
not
D.
double park in front of the school and bring your child in. Okay, we need walk the street to be moving. So please don't double park and bring your child in the school.
Thank you, Mr. D. Next. All right, lunch and recess. For littlest ones, our 3K, pre-K, and kindergarten students, they will have their lunches in their classroom. For our grade 1 to 5 students, they'll have their lunch in the cafeteria. Lunch and recess is a 50-minute period. Students have 20 to 25 minutes to have lunch, and then they have recess. We always encourage our boys and girls to eat as they're talking and socializing with their friends, and we always ensure that boys and girls are moving when it's time for outdoor recess. There are also other opportunities for movement through our Move to Improve program, and also all students get physical education. Yes, social emotional learning is implemented throughout our curriculum. It's something that is at the core of who we are at PS 133. It's in our daily routines, in the morning meetings. as I mentioned this morning and demonstrated in check-ins as a class individually. You'll get to see us as the admin team in the mornings, and then throughout the day in the evenings, just checking in with our students to ensure that they are okay. We also have ways how SEL continues with collaboration with our counseling team. And you met them, our school counselor, Mrs. McLeod, and our social worker, Mrs. Young. All right, as shared earlier, during curriculum night, you are going to hear more about academic expectations, grade level expectation, class structures, and routines on curriculum night. So please put that on your calendar and join us for these important information. All right, this is a list of your admin team and our email addresses.
Do not worry, this is Miss McLeod. Every parent, I just want to say, every parent and everybody on the call will receive this presentation. So everything in here you will have access to. You can keep it in your digital file and you'll have the links because that's coming up a lot. So I didn't want to click off this screen too fast, but you will have everybody's information because this will be sent to you.
Awesome. Thank you, Ms. McLeod. All right.
Miss Alexandre, can I tap in onto this
Of
part?
course.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. It's weird me talking and I can't see all of your faces. Let me go into this screen. Morning. So Parent Square, I know some of you may have already received an invitation. Some of you it's in the works. It is a process. So if you can scan this QR code, and in the chat, Taylor has already put a link. Please follow that link. And as you put your information in, your child gets uploaded. And as we go, we do it in batches, which means we do in like groups of 20 to 30. We send out invitations to parents. So within the first 2 weeks of school, you will have an invitation to Parent Square. Do not worry. If you don't have one, we have QR codes all over the building. So just in case, you can scan it. Mr. D, Miss Jones, Miss Nikki in the main office, as well as myself. If you ask one of us about it, email one of us, we will get you on immediately. Okay?
In the meantime, people can go to the App Store and download the actual app of Parent Square so that when they get their account, it's all ready to go.
Awesome.
Ms. Alexandre, there was some questions in the chat.
Okay, we can
Admin
start
team,
with
are you
some
ready for the
questions.
questions?
Yes.
All right, so we can see some faces. I'm gonna stop sharing. Okay. The first question was, how early is drop off? How early can we drop off? So our gates open at 7:50. Okay, we do not have a safety agent here. Before that, 7:30 is when our safety agent is opening doors and getting ready. So anything earlier than that, there is no one here potentially to like watch your child. Staff is usually in their office or they're also coming in. So I say anything earlier than 7:40, there's no one here to watch your kid. The gates open at 7:50. Upper grade parents can wait in the back and lower grade parents are in the front. Miss Alexandra, you did amazing because we had a lot of questions about Parent Square and drop off time, but there aren't a lot of questions about lunch. I just saw it. Can we share the link for the bell and lunch schedule? Yes, it will be in the presentation. You will have that as well. Okay. There was a question. My child is new to the building. How will they know where to go?
Oh, that's an amazing question. On the first day of school, teachers will come out with their names and their classrooms. And also all of us as the admin team will have a list of all the students, their classes. So no need to worry. As I told several children yesterday and families, you can never be lost at home. Someone will always ensure that you get to the place where you need to get to. In some instance, for example, on the first day of school, a child would say, "I'm a first grader." Then just go up with the entire first grade class, and we will definitely ensure that your student get to exactly where they need to get to. You can never be lost at home.
Okay. We have some questions about accommodations, special education accommodations. If you have any questions about special education accommodations, the first person for you to chat with, Mr. D is the parent coordinator. He will then direct you to exactly who to go to. So if you have questions about speech, OT, PT, counseling, anything in regards to that, first at Mr. D, he taps into us. So all of the admin team that you see here, we're pretty visual. So you will see us quite often. So he will chat with you first, direct you where to go, and then we will take it from there. Okay. We had a question about allergies. Who do we talk to, or what do we do if our child has an allergy and an emergency kit?
Awesome. Miss McGee, you want to take this question?
Yeah, so I'll take that. So if your child has any type of allergies, just first you want to also communicate that with your child's teacher, right? So if they have any nut allergy, any peanut allergy, so definitely let your child know. Also, the nurse will be informed, but more importantly, let your child's teacher know if any allergies that he or she may have.
And we're also a peanut-free, a nut-free school.
Yes, go.
We have a direct question, and this question is actually, it will be for Ms. Jones. Alexia Holmes? I don't know if I could see your face. However, the question you have is directly for Ms. Jones. You can send her email, and I'm going to put her email in the chat so you can forward
I'm
that to her.
adding my
Thank you
email
so
right now,
much.
Nicole.
Ms. Jones, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. The next question was, what is the protocol in case a child is injured playing or anything else? How is it approached and how do we deal with it?
That is a great question. So we have an amazing recess staff, and as administrators and Miss Jones, we also ensure that children are safe at recess and at lunch. In the case of an injury, children are taken first to the nurse. We let the recess staff know. Take the child to the nurse, because the nurse is the medical person who assesses the situation. We take the child to the nurse, and then the nurse calls the parent. We also ensure that the classroom teacher knows what's going on, and the admin team also follows up with the situation as well.
There was a question about after school. We have quite a few after schools, we have options. When will be after school sign up and the calendar? At this time, we do not have the after school calendar. That is something that they will provide to us. And within the first 2 weeks of school, we will get that. If you signed your child up for an after school specifically, and we have so many, at this point, we have Teams, we have University, we have Kids Orbit, we have Discovery. Admin, chime in if I've missed one. Right? So they have their own particular sign up. So you would reach out to them directly, because at this moment, we don't have their calendars and they haven't distributed them to us. Okay. Okay. We had a question about drop-offs for kindergarten and upper grade. So if some of you on this call have like 2 kids, one in a lower grade, one in an upper grade, essentially is you stay with your lower grade student until they are able to be admitted into the auditorium. Again, we start we start morning entry at 7:50. We have a really great kindergarten team and pre-K team. Pre-K gets walked to their classrooms, but our kindergarten team does stand at the auditorium doors, and sometimes they're there a little earlier. You can then drop your child off once there's a teacher there, and then walk around to Baltic to drop your upper grade kid off. Okay? Let's move through. Yeah, they're good. Breakfast in the class, Ms. Fosterman already answered that, but do you want to say that out loud for everybody? Because
Yeah, breakfast is served in the classroom daily. Yes.
okay. Going through the questions. Again, a follow-up question in regards to the allergy. If there's any additional forms to fill out, how do you know and where does the EpiPen, if your child needs an EpiPen or has an EpiPen, where is it held? I think Miss Alexandre
I was
and
gonna jump in and help for that, Nicole.
okay,
They
please.
can stop by the main office and let me know that they need to go see the nurse, but yes, there is additional forms that they will fill out at our nurse's office. Any medication distributed to kids have to go through our school's nurse, so they will come into me, I'll set them up with the nurse, and they'll go down and fill out the form so that the nurse is able to administer medication with the form. Yes, there's something to be done. Please stop by the main office.
Yes, and with emphasis, students should not have any medications in their book bags.
Yes, all medication should go through myself, and so I can get them set up with the nurse and that they can fill out the forms necessary for the nurse to provide, to administer medication to any student. They are not allowed to have any medication in a bag, whether they could self-administer or not.
Okay. This is a really fun question. Ms. Young and I always kind of enjoy seeing this. Is there an area for kids scooter parking? Yes. But it's unofficial. We do not keep track of it. We do not like tag them or watch them. Parents unofficially park it in the front of the building. If they so happen to go missing, this is a very loud disclaimer. We,
Mhm.
as PS 133, are not responsible for it. It does look cute seeing all these little scooters in the front, but we are not responsible for it, parents. So if you feel comfortable, feel free to leave it there at your own risk. However, we do not have an official parking lot for scooters.
Or strollers.
Yes. Can I say, I think this would be cool, just to kind of talk about school supplies. This is something that PTA has started this year, and since we have PTA on the line, Taylor, would you
Taylor
like
can
to
take it.
answer this question in regards to school supplies?
For the first time ever, the PTA has, using our nonprofit status and bulk ordering, ordered all school supplies for all kids, including everything that the teacher said they wanted for the classroom. In years past, we have outsourced with a middleman who would say, okay, we, culled all the lists, and if you are in first grade DLP French class, you are going to have to pay $150. And that would be everything, including the paper towel and the sanitation wipes, which if you were buying it for yourself and you thought, I don't need to spend $150, I just won't buy the stuff that the teacher asked for the class. Borrowing a play from PS9, we decided that the PTA would order everything for everyone for a flat fee of $65.
Taylor.
More if you can pay more, less if you can't afford that. And for the kids who can pay nothing, the PTA is essentially saying, don't worry about it, we got you. I dropped the link to the website where it explains how you pay and how the process is working. And it's $65, which if you've gone out and tried to buy everything on the list, is an amazing price.
Taylor, I would love to give a visual to this effort here. We have supplies here in the cafeteria that we are almost done putting together, and a former student, a rising 8th grader, who is doing a collection for a 5th grade club. Another former student sitting there eating a bagel while his brother works. But yeah, the effort is all PTA volunteers, so that we can get teachers everything they need and kids everything they need for the first day of school.
Hi, Yoko. I also wanted to add in that a lot of parents ask me, like, what's the deadline to pay? And I explained to them that this link will be available all the way up until the last day of school and the event that they want to pay in portions up until whenever. It goes the entire school year. You have time to pay as little as you want, how you want to pay.
Exactly. The ultimate flexibility. You can defer payment for later on in the year. You can break up the payments into multiple. You can have, grandparents give, 10, 15 bucks each, whichever way you want to do it. This gives ultimate flexibility to families so that they can, contribute to the supplies in a way that feels best for them.
But if you need an actual deadline, it's June 29th, 2026.
Thanks, Taylor.
Thank you, Taylor.
We have
Thanks,
some
Taylor.
we have some general questions in the chat. And I just want to say, just from the questions you're asking, I think we are so used to a new school year at the beginning of the year. So this is our jam. We are in it, right? So some of the questions you're asking, we know is because you're new to the school, your kid is new, it's a new place. So to kind of smooth and help you feel a little bit calmer, either one of us that are on the line and we all got introduced, you will see us in the hallway that first day. We are always present every morning. So when you come in the morning, that very first day of school, you'll have a lot of questions, and that is okay. You will see one of us in the hallway. Just know that everybody's here. The nurse is here. So if you have questions for the nurse, see Miss Jones first. Miss Jones will let the nurse know that you're here, and then she will send you down. Okay, we follow a bit of protocol and procedure just so that we know where everybody is and how everything is going. We are not a uniform school. If you like to wear one, feel free. We are big on individuality. So it's not mandatory.
And the colors for the uniform, if you would like to wear one, is a light blue top and navy bottom.
And we also encourage you to wear your PS133.
That was the next question, Miss Alexander. Someone asks, do we have school logo shirts? And you segue beautifully. So Miss, can you show it one more time? Could you stand up and show it one more time? There we go. We have a few on the line.
And that's
So
one of many.
Yeah, so I don't know. I know Yoko and Taylor on the line, but we have Geneva, along with Monica and one more parent, Amanda, who I know during the summer have created, and we all talked and we did a survey on some new merch. So you guys got lucky. We got some nice colors.
Whenever there's a big outdoor event like a bake sale on the first Friday of the month, usually the merch cabinet is out there. Right before a Spirit Week, which is, those weeks where you have pajama day on Friday, blah, blah, blah. There's wear your school merch, your school gear. We usually, the PTA is always looking for an opportunity to sell you some merch. Can I say something about the PTA? Cynthia said, how do I join the PTA? I've got good news and bad news, Cynthia. The good news is you're already a member of the PTA. Everybody on this call is a member of the PTA. I'm the communications guy. I wanted to put out an ad campaign that said, parents, we are the P in PTA. But we just want the ask is that you step up. So I put my phone number, message me, and I'll send you the PTA recruitment link, which is where you tell me what you're good at. Are you good at editing videos, proofreading? You want to be on my newsletter committee? And so we'll help you take a bigger step in the direction of the PTA. I said there is no secret handshake to joining the PTA, but last year one of the officers said, hey, guess what? Taylor doesn't know the secret handshake. So there may be a secret handshake, but I don't know it.
Also,
Everyone's in.
Oh, sorry.
for the
Everyone's
PTA.
in. Just come to an event. If that we have a Boohoo Yahoo breakfast, which is on the 12th or 13th, I want to say. It's a breakfast for new families, mostly kind of for people who are just kind of feeling feels. September 12th, thank you. September 12th, feeling feels about dropping off their babies at school. So hence the Boohoo Yahoo. And it's a great way to get to know other new families, and members of the PTA board will be there, and we can discuss, how becoming involved feels right for you and your family.
You guys answered all of the questions.
Can I say
And
something about the lost and found?
yes, you can. And while you do that, Taylor, I'm going to be linking the link
Excellent.
presentation that you just got in the chat.
Excellent. Last year, the lost and found was out of control. I don't know how it got so bad last year. We all know that putting your kid's name in their clothing does not guarantee that they won't lose it. Although anyone who has gotten a call from Miss Jones saying, hey, we just found this and it's got your kid's name in it. So it actually can make
It is very helpful, very, very helpful that you please label all items, lunch boxes, water bottles,
and when you
sweaters,
label water bottles,
t-shirts.
when you label water bottles, this is not, label it on the top, because the way they put them in a milk crate, and you can see the name if it's on the top, not if it's on the bottom or the side. And if you don't put your kid's name in something, that guarantees that they will lose it. And twice a year, we sell what's in the lost and found. We give you plenty of time to come collect what is yours, but like when it's January and kids need hats because it's cold outside, and we have 30 dozen perfectly good hats, although they might have, head lice in them. That's another story we can talk about at another time. We sell the hats and we say $1. You buy a hat for $1 unless you recognize that it's your kid's hat, in which case it's $2.
And that's why he's calm of comms.
Yes, that part.
Yes. And Taylor does a really good job of just making sure that all information in regards to PTA. So if you had questions, and I just want to say this again, if you had questions in regards to Parent Square and anything like that, all information comes through Parent Square, the classroom teachers. Again, we have other forms of communication such as social media and things like that. So those things will be linked. They're also put into the presentation that was just linked into the chat. There is the QR code as well as the bell schedule and any other information that you may need. If there's any other questions.
I've got one other tip. You're going to get a blue card from the administration in the first week of school. It's the blue emergency. This is my pediatrician. This is the kid. Oh, don't forget this. My son has a sibling who goes to a different school. These are the people who can pick up my kid in an emergency. I think you have a week or two to fill that out. Here's a great tip. Find somebody in your kid's class who lives close to school. Establish a relationship with them, and put them on the card as well. You want to put your grandma, your parents or your spouse's parents on the card as well. But I've got a couple of moms who live near the school who know both of my kids, and in an emergency, if I'm out of town, they would have the authority to pick up my kid, because if they're not on that blue card, nobody can pick up those kids.
As I look through the chat, we've dwindled down on questions. If you don't remember or you had another question and it so happens to pop up in your mind, feel free to email one of us and I will go to, again, the presentation has all of that information.
Oh, can I say one more thing? I just thought of something. You're also going to get in the first couple of weeks of school a DOE media release form, a paper form saying, can the DOE come in and take photos and use pictures of your kid on their website? Or if CNN comes in to do a story on Mr. D, which could happen, if they don't want to have to video Mr. D and then go to every kid in the background. So they want to be able to go to the school and have the school say, we made sure that the kids in the background, it's fine. Don't use their names, but that's fine. We finally realized the PTA, who has a more persistent and almost daily need to publish adorable photos of kids doing regular things or achievement. Your kid wins the readathon, or I get a picture of Ms. Fosterman surrounded by 10 kids who love her in the schoolyard. It took me 6 months to track down who all those kids were and reach their parents and say, can I publish in the newsletter this adorable photo of your kid? And they all said, yes, of course. Didn't I fill this out at the beginning of the year? And the truth is, the DOE doesn't want the PTA to piggyback on their release. So this year, if you don't want an adorable photo of your kid to be used, possibly without your permission, there's a no, what we call a no-show list, also called the Voldemort list, because they shall not be named. It's an opt-out campaign. There are people who, for very legitimate reasons, I cannot have my kid appear in the newsletter or on Parent Square. Don't worry about social media. We really don't do that. If all you want is to keep your kid off social media, don't worry about that. The no-show list is a much bigger deal. You will never be pleasantly surprised by seeing a photo of your kid winning an award or being on a class trip if you sign them up on the no-show list. If you give me a minute, I can go get the link for the no-show list. Okay, I'm done.
To answer Jose's question in the chat about access to strangers, the teachers learn the faces of the parents. So that's the first. So the teachers learn like, okay, this is who I release you to. They also have a signal. They teach the students like, okay, you don't leave me until you signal to me, be it elbow bump, a hug, high five, handshake, whatever they decide. That's the only time you can leave me, and I need to see your adult. So you can't leave me until I see your adult. So once the teachers know the adults, so then they don't go to anyone else unless they're on that blue form, like we said, or you send a message. Maybe it might be a last minute thing where you send a message in Parent Square and you say, and some parents go the extra mile and say, this is a picture of the person that I'm sending to get my child. So please, and then that's the only other way we release a child to someone that's not on that blue form. So like Taylor said, it's really a good idea to, if it's something very urgent, to have a family that lives close by, that's another parent. And because yes, it's unlikely. Don't worry, Jose, we got you. Oh, and then the parents observing the child's class. We have something called Parents as Learning Partners that we do once a month, where you get to come in and you get to do an activity with your child in their classroom. Sometimes we even ask parents to lead it out if they want to, bring the activity if they want to. So you're welcome to come in once a month and see. And then the teachers find other ways too to welcome you into the room. So you're welcome here.
You will receive a calendar on the 1st. You probably received it already with some of your class activities, but a school-wide calendar. It is posted everywhere. When you come into the building, we have a screen that posts all school information. When you walk into the main office, Ms. Jones has all school information posted on her plexiglass with QR codes, as well as the calendar and any other information. And she will also remind parents as they come in. Classroom teachers will also send out Parent Square messages to remind you as events come up. And as events come up, you will see a lot of reminders that will come up for Parents as Learning Partners or our coffee chat. That all comes up in Parent Square. So if you think you're going to forget something, I think we over communicate when we have events. We over communicate when things are happening in the building, just because if we can communicate it 10 different ways through 10 different platforms, at least you have it.
But that doesn't mean that parents won't say, I didn't know about it.
People are busy. As we move through, I believe we answered all questions. If you had any other question,
I've
I
been
just want to make sure
been answering them in the chat.
yeah, I've been seeing. So
Yeah.
if any other question, feel free, because this is the part that parents want to know. Like, they want to know what's going on and things like that. And Miss Alexandre did a really great job of like touching on every point. So if we have any questions, I'm looking through.
There's a question about gifts. Are gifts allowed for teachers and or staff? It's a conflict of interest for the DOE staff to receive gifts unless they are of a nominal denomination. Nominal, I believe the DOE says I think it's between $5 and $25. So nominal is nominal, right?
Although your class parent will be soliciting you at holiday time and the end of the year. And that you can give millions of dollars if you want, but it's a collective, you won't get credit for that. Of course, you can buy them. No, don't do that. But you will, the teachers will get gifts, but it comes through the class parent. And then there's Teacher Appreciation Week, the first week in May. And that's where, flowers, you'll find out what the teachers like. And that's different. Parents of little kids come into the lobby area. You're always welcome in the school, in the public areas. And
that question, I'm sorry, Taylor, because you said something, so my apologies for cutting you off. You said something. Yes, you're allowed into the building. For the very first week of school, kindergarten kids who have classes on the second floor, the parents are allowed to take them up the very first week. By the time we move into the second week of school, we start to kind of implement a system where the parents stop at the door. You come in through the main entrance and you will come to the doors, whichever side your kid's classroom is on. So if you are at the front of the building, you will stop at the main entrance by the staircase doors. If your kid is at the back of the building, which is closer to Butler, then you will come to those staircase doors back there. Myself or Miss Young is at the back. At the front, you will see one of the APs and Principal Fosterman at the front, and Mr. D is always in the lobby, and Miss Jones is in the main office, and Miss Wright and Miss Cardoza will be through the hallways throughout the hallways upstairs. So parents, as we go through the second week of school for kindergarten kids, you won't be allowed upstairs. Just want to say that because sometimes when we say that, the kids have an easier time making their way to the classroom as the parents get a little, you sure? So we will walk you through it. Sometimes if a kid needs it, we will walk upstairs with the kid. We will walk upstairs with the parent. All three of us will walk upstairs. But it's just a way to kind of build their independence. And sometimes I will tell you, they know this building better than the staff sometimes, and they know every teacher. So just to let you know that as we move through into the second week, parents won't be allowed upstairs to take their kid to class for kindergarten. Okay.
Can I just add one more thing? When we do have big events throughout the school year, please, when you leave, always leave the front door. Do not go out any side doors. That's very important too. So always go out the front door.
Good morning.
And it's very important. I'm sorry, I just wanted to add, like, if you are going to, oh, I'm sorry, somebody was speaking. I'm sorry. Just to add on, and then I'll give that person a chance. If you are going to if you request to come up to your child's classroom, if you're going to be on the floor for any reason, you need to check in with the main office to get a visitor's pass. Very important. As we said, safety is all of our concerns. Please no sneaking up to the classroom floors. You're going to have many opportunities to engage in your child's class, and we do ask that when the call is given in those engagement times for you to clear the floors. It's very important that you participate and clear the floor as quickly as possible so that instruction can continue. Thank you. I'm sorry for the person that I cut across.
A question in the chat. The first day of school, so grades 1 through 5, staff members will be in the large schoolyard with their signs. So the teachers will be downstairs to pick up their students.
This is a really good question. One of the APs with new students on the first
so
How would you know what class they would be in?
So we'll have a list of all the students. So we will know, so you tell us your child's name and we will be able to identify which class they are assigned to. So that's how we will know.
And I just want to add in, everyone that's enrolled or registering with us for the upcoming school year should know their class assignment by now. If you do not know, don't wait for the first day of school. We're back on Tuesday, September 2nd. Give us a call. Let's get that straight so that way everyone's having a smooth transition on the first day of school.
Great presentation, you guys. Anything left?
I'm just checking to make sure all questions were answered. I may have missed one, but I'm looking through. Admin, did you see anything else? All right.
I'm answering all of them as they come in.
Okay.
I think they were all answered, Nicole.
Pre-K is to the classroom. Parents can walk pre-K and 3K. Walk your child to the classroom when they have morning entry. Okay, just for pre-K and 3K. Okay. Okay.
Some questions about dismissal as well. And I was gonna say, just a tip, is easier if you do have 2 kids in the building to pick up the kids that are pre-K and kindergarten first, and then make your way to the yard.
So I see, did I miss anything about the phase-in for younger grades? In regards to if they spend the whole day or the half day?
Everyone should have got correspondence. So if you're still unclear about like if you're group A or group B regarding pre-K and 3K classes only, please give us a call on Tuesday, September 2nd.
And we could put the school's phone number in the chat just in case. I know you guys have been calling Mr. D and Ms. Jones all summer though. So we'll put
Yes,
the
any
school number
personal
in the
questions
chat.
that's not related to the general Zoom, please reach out to us on Tuesday, September 2nd after 8 a.m. Thank you, Nicole, for sharing the phone number, extension 0 for the main office.
Cynthia, that's okay. When you go to the main office, Ms. Jones will be in there. She's got you. Don't worry about that. Okay. I'm talking to Cynthia and I don't know where your picture is. So Ms. Jones has got you when you come in. So, and Mr. D as well. Okay. What do transitions to classrooms look like from drop off? So Miss Alexandre, do you want to talk about pre-K, 3K through kindergarten?
In terms of when you drop your child off, learning begins. Your teachers are in there. So for 3K pre-K, we have 2 teachers, and we support as well. We know that the very beginning of the first couple of days for our little ones, can be emotional at times. So we go on a basis of after the phasing in for 3K and pre-K, it all depends on the child. We are very, very, very mindful of individually what children needs. When it comes to students in kindergarten, yeah, as mentioned, after the first week, you drop them off in the auditorium, and their teachers are there. Once again, on an individual basis, if a child is having a very difficult time to transition to class, and then we work with the counseling team and myself and the teachers to ensure that that child feels comfortable. Students in grade 1 to 5, they go up to their classrooms with their teachers.
It's a lot of this same thing to a lot of social emotional, getting to know you, talking about your summer. With the upper grades, it's different. It's a whole different vibe with the upper grade students. So it's going over rules and expectations. Grade 5 is their senior year, so it's a lot of emotions, like coming up around that. A question, yes, the first day of school is a full day. And it's just going over a lot of social emotional expectations. As far as scheduling, the teachers, they're in order for them just to have more time with the students, they do not have first or second period prep, so they get time to just go over general expectations of the classroom.
Ms. McGee, first day is full day if you're K through 5, and then do you, the phase-in is for
Pre-K and
Pre-K, right, and 3K, yes.
yeah, just so.
Michelle, pre-K to phase in, and the schedule should have been communicated to you already.
It has been communicated to all 3K and pre-K families. If you're still unsure at this time, please contact Ms. Jones or Mr. D Tuesday, September 2nd via phone call or email us and say, I'm not sure what group I'm in or how I'm phasing in. You should have gotten that information quite some time ago. So please let us know if you're still unsure about the first 2 days, only if you're 3K pre-K. Thank you.
So as we begin to wrap up, because a lot of the questions are we've answered some of them, and the presentation has been shared in the chat as well. It will be shared again via email to you and on Parent Square as we continue to get batches of family on. But this was the very last question, and that is, what is the best strategy for drop off if you have a 3Ker and a first grade? The suggestion would be is drop that 3K kid off first. Walk them to their classroom first. Talk with them. Give them hugs and kisses. Let the sibling give them nice big hug and kiss too. They need hugs and kisses from the siblings as well. And then walk around to the yard on Butler and bring them in, the first grader, into the yard. That is the best strategy for a drop off. Now, if you want to do it a little different, if you want to have the first grader dropped off first and then you come back to the front, that's on it's, but just know we can't walk through the building to drop off either grade. You have to walk around to either the back or the front. Okay? If you had any questions that maybe we already answered or haven't answered, we will see you on that first day, and we will always answer all the questions you have. Remember, the presentation is in the chat, and any other information that you needed information to is in the presentation as well. We hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your Labor Day weekend, right? Because this is it. You guys, we get to see your babies on Thursday, the 4th. I had to look at the calendar. Until then, we will see you guys. Have a lovely weekend.
Bye-bye. You picked a great school.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Bye, y'all. Looking forward to next week.
Bye, everyone.
Yes.
for
Have a
coming.
good weekend.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye, everybody.